Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. My name is Miriam, and today we're going to be chatting with Natalie OBrien about her mental health. Or really about her experience as a founder. Not really, I don't have to put too much pressure on it, but I really appreciate her taking the time to sit down and talk with me. How are you doing, Natalie?
I'm fine today. Today is a good day.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And I really appreciate you taking the time to chat. I'm working on QUOKA. We're in a mastermind group together for Indie Worldwide, so you're very familiar with my struggles and challenges. And I'm just trying
Yes.
to improve this product by talking with as many founders as possible. So your honest feedback is a really important part of that.
Mhm.
And I'm broadcasting our conversation live so that anyone else who's interested in solving this
Yeah.
problem can access the research as well. So I'll start off the interview just trying to learn from you some questions. And this is not a test, of course. There's no right or wrong answers in any way.
Yes.
Great. Any questions? We start. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask the questions.
Oh, yeah, no, I am. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any questions before
Oh,
we
no,
started
no, no.
off.
No questions. No questions. Once you said it's not a test, I'm okay.
Perfect. So, and I have the survey up here at the same time as I'm doing it.
Okay.
But why don't we start off with telling people a little bit about yourself, so that people know what you do. I know you're a very experienced entrepreneur. You've had business for many years, and
Yes.
you're starting a new project now, which is exciting. But why don't you bring the viewers up to speed with all your
Okay.
exciting stuff in history?
No, no problem. Well, my name is Natalie OBrien, as you all know, and I am from Trinidad and Tobago, which is in the Caribbean. And I ventured into the IT world over 20 years ago. I moved from being a graphic designer to a webmaster into a web developer, and now into full stack web development. And on my journey, starting off in the IT world, I was more of a contractor, so never employee, and was always pushed towards running my own business. And over the years, it came to me that I was given the opportunity to start my own business and operate under a business name rather than as a freelancer, but under a business. And I have been in business now for over 10 years, which is a shock to me because I still feel like I'm learning and I'm still new at this, but it's over time, you still have those fears. And now I'm moving forward to start pushing out some more products. So it's starting some new ventures out there. So um, that's about it in a nutshell about me. Oh, and I'm a very introvert
Amazing.
person. Yeah, yeah. So I'm very shy. I don't really talk much unless somebody speaks to me, then I will speak to them. Not that outgoing. And I need to be when you're running your business. They say you need to be more outgoing. And I find myself trying, but just not getting to that being that outgoing person. I'll be quiet when somebody speaks to me, then I can carry on a conversation one on one with persons. I like that one on one individual attention rather than a big group setting.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this feels like, a little one-on-one.
Yeah, yeah. This
So,
is one on one.
I've
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
been to Trinidad.
Oh,
This
you
is
have?
one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I have been there a few times. Love it. Beautiful.
Mhm.
All about doubles.
Oh, it
Yeah.
doubles, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and in what I do, I found when I started off, there were not many females. Um, Up to today, I'm still looking for a mentor or somebody to guide me. And I was told by a few that you need to be mentoring other people. You don't need a mentor, but because they hardly find people in my field doing what I do. So it's like very hard to find that person. So for me, I just, as I listened to some podcast some years ago, the person said, if you need a mentor and you can't find somebody, just pick somebody you want to be a mentor and just follow them on social media and pick up all the information they have to offer out there rather than getting that one-on-one, but learn from them. So I've been doing that. I think I have a short attention span sometimes. So for me to be interested in somebody, you have to be really, really interesting. Else, sometimes after two, three sentences, I go somewhere else. I need something that to capture my attention. Yeah.
Are you on Clubhouse?
No, I think that works with
Do you know what it
iPhones.
is?
Yeah, that works with the iPhones.
Oh,
E-
they
I,
have it on
yeah,
Android now too.
oh, they do because I saw when it came out and I was planning trying to get one, and then I noticed it was just for people with iPhones, or and it wasn't compatible with Android. So I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, send me your phone number in Slack
Okay,
and I'll send you an invite
sure, sure,
because
no
you
problem.
might find a mentor on there
Yeah,
real quick.
and
But if someone watches this and they want to reach out to you to mentor you, how can they get in touch?
they can get in touch via Twitter. I am just search Natalie OBrien Trinidad, and I am sure to pop up. But they can visit my website. On Twitter, I'm Natalie OB2, and they can check out my
Natalie OB2
OB2
on
on
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, I think that would
Okay,
be the
cool.
quickest way to reach out to me.
Like that? Natalie OB2
Yeah,
on Twitter?
yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
Amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
mentorship is real. Like it's so necessary.
yeah. And the thing is, I've
Um,
been doing so many different businesses. IT is my passion. Web development is my passion. I realize that is my passion. I love it. And I've done to the point that I will do work for free for people sometimes. That's how much I love it. You know, it's always
I
something
know.
you're
Well, we
learning.
talked about that in last
Yeah,
mastermind.
yeah, yeah. So,
No more for
you
free,
know,
Natalie. Oh
yes.
God, so
So
corny. Oh my God.
that's
Somebody stop me.
it. Yeah, you're not the first.
Okay,
Most people meet me tell me the
dive
same
in.
thing. Yeah.
Oops. Okay, let's go into this survey. So I've got this up here. I'm not sure if you can see
Okay.
it. It's kind of clear, but I'm going to read these out to you. This
Yeah,
is
because
simple
I
true or
believe
false,
it's
right?
no
So
problem.
true or false. Being an entrepreneur is fun.
True for me.
Being an entrepreneur is hard.
True.
You feel understood as an entrepreneur.
Mm, no, not all the time. No.
You feel listened to as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, true. They don't understand, but they listen.
Right, right. The, they don't understand what they listen to. That's
Yeah,
a good clarifying point. Yeah,
yeah,
people will listen, but they don't really get it. Yes,
yeah. They don't comprehend. They
I
don't
get
comprehend.
that. I get what you say. They're like, yes,
Yeah,
yes, and you're like, no, you don't understand.
yep.
Um, the people around you understand the problems and challenges that you have as an entrepreneur.
And no, absolutely not.
Life as an entrepreneur is depressing at times.
Well, yes, it is depressing at times. It's true or false? Yes, true. It's depressing at times.
You feel pressure. Yep, I agree. For me,
Yeah,
anyways. You feel pressure as an entrepreneur to be involved in communities online and in person.
Yes, I do. I do feel a little pressured. I only started reaching out to groups maybe past 3 to 4 years. I started going to network, so I was pressured into it before I was solo. So yeah.
Hmm. You enjoy helping others and solving problems.
Yes, I do.
When it takes you a few days to reply to someone asking for your help, you feel guilty.
Yes, true.
You feel pressure to appear to look like you know what you're doing as a founder entrepreneur.
Yes, true. True, true, true.
You always feel confident that you know what you're doing as an entrepreneur or founder.
False. Not all the time. I don't feel that. I do it, but not with 100% confidence.
I know. Here, here. Guilty.
Yeah,
I'm just doing my best.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
You just go with your gut instincts and you just do it.
right, exactly. Um, where was that? Okay. You have people that you can speak to about your deepest thoughts and challenges about being an entrepreneur.
Yes, I do now. True.
You feel comfortable asking for help when you need it.
Yes, true. In some aspects, not everything, but some, most of the time.
Hmm. Do you want to expand on that?
Well, when it comes to like technicals, help in my business, I would ask for help. When it comes to finance or funding or anything where it deals with money, and that's where I have a problem asking for help. Other than anything else, I would ask. And when it comes to finance, money, anything to do with money is where I have a problem asking, even as a for business and even in personal life. It's hard for me. I'm always giving, and asking and receiving is something I just not comfortable with. I haven't grown up being, so it's easy for me to give. If I don't have, I still give. But when it comes to receiving it, it's hard on me. It's something I have to learn to do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Indeed. Well, what do you like best about being an entrepreneur? Like, why are you doing this?
I like it best because I can set my own hours and do me, meaning do what I like to do, make my own, set my days, set my part, don't have it, not having to depend on a boss or employee and you have to go to work at this hour and that hour. So for me, I do triathlon, so I like training and I'm a morning person. So I feel good that I can get up early in the morning, go work out, and when I'm finished workout, have my breakfast, relax, and then I can start my day when I feel ready, rather than having to be pressured to start at this time and finish at that time. I can work and be relaxed. So if I decide to work from say 5 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. and I feel comfortable with that, it's just me. And one day I might just feel not to do any work and I could prioritize based on that because I know how much hours I'll be putting into work. And when people are relaxing, I am working. So, and I like that when I do things, it doesn't have a crowd. So, like going to the malls, I prefer to do that during the daytime when everybody's busy at work. I can do that, and then when everybody's relaxing, I can be working. Less distractions.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I love that. Me too. I love freedom.
yeah. Your freedom
Um,
to just go.
hmm. So, what do you like least about being an entrepreneur? What's the most challenging aspect of doing this work?
Mm, Staying on top of your game, competing against the big
Yeah.
companies and trying to stay on top of the game and be relevant. Yeah.
Hmm. So, what are the
And
things that you
everything
do
to make it
to
to the next level.
do,
Yeah. What are the things I do to?
to stay on top of your game, compete with the big companies,
Well, that's where I go
stay
to
relevant?
conferences. Yeah, go to conferences, to follow what's trending in technology, at least learn something new. Never just stick with one thing and be like, oh, this is the best thing and I'm sticking with this and not doing it. I'm always open to new ideas, new technology. It's not hard just to hear and see what it does. You don't have to use it, but at least you know about it. And in that, it's able for me to help my clients and help people. You might be just talking to a complete stranger. They might ask you something, and based on what you just listened to or you saw, you could actually refer them, you know, spread the knowledge. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Perfect. If you were giving advice to an aspiring entrepreneur, what would you tell
Mhm.
them that they need to fulfill their full potential?
They will need to know it is not going to be an easy road paved in gold. Some may make it seem like it is, but it's a lot of hard work. You'll have a lot of down times and up times, and you just need to go with it. If you really want to get through, you have to push through because now there are a lot of things out there that you could just, as you say, communities join different things. When I started off, I had none of these things. And I always thought everything I did was wrong. This was wrong. That was wrong. Until I joined one a program, and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you did the right thing. You need to be teaching the class. You've been doing the." And to me, when I started off, I didn't have anybody telling me what to do, so I just did it, not knowing that was actually what we all entrepreneurs go through. People starting off. So now, as people are wanting to get into business, I say it that people think it's easy and it's this they only see nice parts of being an entrepreneur when people make it big, but they don't see the bills, the things, the debts, the things that goes on the back end to get to where they get. So it's not going to be an easy road.
Mhm.
Just have patience and things will start to flow. And never give up. If it's your dream and you want to see it, you have to go through all this. Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, with all of that said,
Mm,
patience,
yeah.
knowing that it's not easy, all of
Yeah.
that.
And
Do
try
you
to stay
feel
focused. Mhm.
staying focused?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you feel that you have everything that you need to fulfill your potential as an entrepreneur?
I know. I'm still learning to deal with certain things and needing to open up a bit to get to where I want to go. My goal actually, I was featured in an article and I said I wanted to be the Microsoft of the Caribbean. That was my goal, big expectations. Yeah, I want to be like a big corporation, but helping the small
You're
businesses
going
grow.
to be a big corporation.
Yeah, so that's my goal is to be able to help persons. Yeah.
You getting a phone call?
Yeah, just a second.
Popular. People want to talk to the CEO of the Caribbean Microsoft.
Yeah, because it's different. I mean, I have a large market, a region, so start small and then get big.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Totally. And many talented,
yeah,
smart people in the Caribbean.
yeah. We have the people
Um,
here. It's just a matter of getting out there. So yeah, I do have my challenges that I need to
mhm.
overcome, and that is basically opening up more to people. and trying to accept help, you know. So that's it. Yeah. You know, Ed, that's life.
Oh.
That's life. Trust me. I've been
Huh?
trying to do a Trust me, that's
Girl.
life. Trying to do a podcast, and every time I go to talk,
Yeah.
some boys, the dog, and all the time the place was quiet. And as soon as you think, okay, let me start doing something, everything disrupts. But that is life. We can't, everything is not perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm staying with my friend and he's very like nature.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't understand like when I'm at my computer, the camera is usually on.
It's
Like if
all-
you go in the background, people will
yeah.
see.
Yeah. And the thing is, people will see everything in the background besides focusing on you.
No. Well, it is what it is. Okay.
Yes.
When you need information, you want to
Uh-huh.
learn something new related to your business, or you need help, support with a challenge that you're facing in your business, where do you go for the answer?
I Google it first. I Google, and then if I want to learn something, I will go to one of the online schools, and maybe take a course to get a better understanding. I will reach out in communities to find out more about what they have, post my problems out there. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How
And
much
then, oh, famous
time does it
YouTube
typically get? Go ahead, sorry.
and YouTube and YouTube. Even though I Google it, I use YouTube too to find. Yeah.
Right. Good, good, good.
Mhm, mhm,
So when thinking about when you like earlier you mentioned, you were looking for a mentor, for example, right?
mhm.
So how much time does it typically get you to get the information or the support that you need? An hour or less? Half a day?
Maybe half a day. It depends on what I'm looking for.
Right.
Sometimes hours, minutes. And it's based on the time. I realize it's based on the time I actually post out my request for the help or assistance. It will be based on a time. You just have to know the right time when people would respond. So I can get a quick response rather than a slow response. So I would normally,
Mm-hmm.
based on time difference too, I would post stuff. If it's in the daytime here, I might post like in the night. So at least I know in the morning when I get up, I will get responses. So yeah,
Yeah.
I just work on the best time that I think people who I know would be able to respond would be on the social media or the platforms to respond.
Yeah. Very good. All right, let's go into some questions here about mental health. How would you rate your overall mental health on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the highest?
Mm, about I'll say a 8. Yeah,
How does the response to the previous question make you feel on a scale of 0 to 10?
10 being okay with it.
The highest.
Yeah.
Okay. What aspects of your life are negatively impacted when you have felt less than great mentally? Confidence?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go
You can tell
ahead.
me, I'll check them off.
Oh, what? Could you repeat the question?
Hmm. What aspects of your life are negatively impacted when you have felt less than great mentally?
My
So we have
confidence for sure. Confidence for sure.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Employment,
No.
friendships,
No.
social life,
Yeah.
eating habits,
Yes, definitely.
Activity?
Uh, no, no, I would go out and
Sleep?
exercise. No, I love to sleep.
Me too. Right? Budget?
Budget? Mm, yeah, the budget would.
Romantic relationships?
No.
Anything else that I didn't mention?
That will. Well, I think de-socializing is the most important one. Yeah, I just don't feel to be around people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you an item and just tell
Mm-hmm.
me if it has a positive effect,
Or a
a
negative.
negative effect, or no effect on your mental health. Yeah.
Okay.
So social media,
Um,
positive, negative, no effect on your mental health.
it has a. Yes, it does have an effect on me. Yes, yes, and it could be the one in between.
Overall, would you
Could,
say positive or negative?
um,
Right. So sometimes positive, sometimes negative.
yeah, yeah. So it'll be in between. Yeah.
Most of the times, is it positive or negative?
Most of the times it will be positive.
What about the news? Positive, negative, no effect.
No effect from the news.
Family, positive, negative, no effect.
Positive from my family. Positive.
Friendships, positive, negative, no effect.
Positive. Positive. Positive.
Work, positive, negative, no effect.
And what was the option
Work,
after from
your work.
work? Mm,
Hmm.
Is in between. So it's neither
Right.
or.
Volunteering, giving back.
Positive.
Romantic relationships.
Positive.
And then you had said that the socializing, like friendships, has the most positive effect on your mental health, or which one of these has the most positive effect? Social media,
My
the news, family, friendships,
family.
work,
Family.
volunteering,
Family. Family.
family.
Family. Yeah.
How many hours a week do you spend with your family?
Well, I live and I work with my family, so practically 24/7, 7 days a week. Yeah, every day. I don't know how much hours is that. I could put 24
So
hours.
40,
Yeah,
40
yeah,
plus?
48. Yeah, 40 plus hours. Yeah. We are on lockdown
How?
these days. Everything is, it's not like
Right.
it can go.
Right. Okay, so how do you help support or manage your mental health, or what do you do to manage your mental health?
I go out and exercise. I picked up, as I said, triathlon and that form of running, riding, and swimming, or any fitness activity, yoga, Pilates. That is where I go to de-stress. And also, I picked up crocheting. I crochet, which is people like, what? So I picked up crocheting was a stress relief from being sitting in front of computer all day. I just started to
Mm,
crochet and then binge watch Netflix. So that was my form of de-stressing, watching cartoons, anything that is not too heavy or dark, just to zone out everything else. So yeah.
mhm. Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you use any apps or websites to manage your mental health besides
No,
Netflix?
no. Well, actually,
Can you
if you want to call
tell
Strava,
us?
if you want to use Strava as an app, that is for when I go riding, it clocks my running and my cycling. So I have like a following, and I'm always
Mm,
consistent, and that way it shows me my activity levels when it drops, when it doesn't drop. So yeah, you could say Strava and Garmin are two of the apps I would use.
mhm.
Yeah, Garmin
That's
and
great.
Strava. Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking about getting one of those Apple Watch.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like,
It's
dang,
a
like
whole different.
that.
Yeah, the thing with the fitness and wellness in regards to the Strava, it's like a whole different It's like Facebook for athletes. Yeah, I
Oh
call it
yeah,
the
there's
Facebook.
social more to it.
Yeah, because you follow people, people follow you, they see where you're going, they comment on your efforts. You have like you can become queen of the hill or queen of a specific route, and you can beat people challenges. So it's all interactive.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's cool. I'm into it.
yeah, yeah.
Can you tell me about a time when you felt mentally unhealthy or imbalanced?
Yeah, I have few of those I don't know if it's hormonal. Like before that time of the month, sometimes I get really depressed. Um, and I speak to one of my friends and I tell her I'm depressed, and I'm like, I know I shouldn't be feeling like this, but it's just the mood, and I shouldn't have that feeling, but it just mentally, I just feel down and out, and I can't help myself, and I just have to say, this is a phase I'm going through. Eventually, tomorrow is another day, it will pass, and it lasts for about 2 to 3 days. I go through that phase, and then everything gets better. and and I tell people I am depressed because, and they say, but what you have things to be depressed about? But it's just mentally, I just feel drained, and it lasts for 3 days. But I know the feeling, and I know it will eventually pass. But I don't know why it happens, but it does.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know, right? And it's like even once you acknowledge it and you're like, oh,
yeah. And
like
it's
this
like you
is
feel like a pity
happening.
party. Yeah, you feel like a pity party, like, oh, why me? I feel, and you know, this is, I'm not supposed to be feeling like this, but yet I am still feeling. And then people, it's
Yeah,
just
and
like
there's
the people
nothing you can
around you.
do.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying, but I try even the form of exercise and doing all the things that would take, it doesn't help. I just have to go through that phase, and the best thing too sometimes is just to go and sleep. I think sleeping is like the
There's
unique
a
way to
little
get
pile of
over.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Who do you talk to about your mental health? Family
Well, I have
member, friend, counselor?
a friend. Yeah, yeah, she
How
understands me.
often do you speak to them?
Every day. We
Often.
keep tabs. Yeah, we keep tabs on each other every day. So it's like uh,
Is it in person,
over
virtual,
over
phone calls, text
over the
messages?
phone calls and text messages. We see each other once in a while, but mostly phone calls. It's just to keep tabs and find out how your day going. Yeah, and
Mm.
and vice versa. When I'm down, I'll call her. When
What
she's down,
support?
she'll call me. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Is she also an entrepreneur?
I know. That's the thing. She's not a business. She's not into business. Completely different from what I do.
Well, as long as she's
Yeah.
providing support, I think that's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What support do you need that you're not receiving to help manage your mental health?
Sport. Mm, at this point, I can't really. think of anything off the top of my head. Um, Maybe now that we are in lockdown and I feel like isolated from people now, I use the virtual as one way of me coping with it, but maybe interacting with people more might help. I'm not a people person, but I think it may help me. At least looking forward to doing certain things with like-minded persons.
Mhm. What would you expect to pay for a platform that creates a more positive impact on your mental health?
Any options or just call a figure?
Yep, we've got nothing between
Oh,
$1 and $5, between
uh-huh.
$6 and $10, or over $10.
Over $10. I think mental health, it to me, when it comes to mental health and wellness on your own, I will spend my money as a business person. It's always good to make sure you have that in top shape. So I would spend my money. If it's a monthly subscription, I would spend it. Anything over 10. Because it all comes hand in
Hmm.
hand. And if you are not well and if you're not healthy, you can't run a business. You need to be
Totally.
mentally, physically, yeah, and that is an investment in yourself. It's not in your
Mm,
business, it's in yourself personally.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a little allergy.
No problem.
Um, when thinking about the mental health of people that you know,
Mhm.
how do you think most of them would rate their overall mental health on a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the highest? Highest.
They may rate it at the highest, but to me, they are not. They may rate high, but I don't think.
Ugh,
No, I don't.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
every,
Oh, it's like funny, but it's not. Scary.
yeah, they'll rate themselves 10, but based on me talking to them, I believe they're not a 10. I tell people sometimes they complain and they talk about situations, and I say, based on what you're saying, you're hearing one side of a story. And sometimes, if you look at the trend of the topic, you have one thing in common, and the commonality is you. So you need to look at yourself and see what you are doing wrong. And some people don't do that. They just assume it's everybody around
Mm,
them and they are perfect. Yeah. But sometimes I say you need to sit back and take a look and reevaluate yourself and figure out what it is
mm-hmm.
about you. Yeah, so most people I would say they would say 10 and I will give them
Hold
maybe
on camera
eight,
right
five
now.
to eight. Yeah, 5 to 8. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. 5 to 8.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go through a list of social platforms. Just tell me if you use them or
Mm,
not. I know
okay.
you use Twitter. Do you use Instagram?
Yes. Yes, I use Instagram.
Facebook?
Yes.
What about Facebook?
Yeah, I
Yes?
use Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
WhatsApp?
Yes, I use WhatsApp.
TikTok?
No, I'm not into the TikTok. I have it, but I'm
I
not. I
love
actually have. I have the app. Yes, I do have the app. I do have an account. Yes, but I just
Yeah,
don't
but
use
you
it.
don't use it.
No.
Let me tell you, that's my mental health trick. I'll be having like a little 10 minutes or so, and I'm just trying to get a little pick me up. I'll go on TikTok and watch
Yeah.
videos because they're so funny. I
I watch.
love
Yeah, I watch.
TikTok.
Yeah, I watch the videos and then realize I go down a rabbit hole because you keep going. Going. Yeah.
One day I was like, I watched this woman's TikTok channel for like an hour. I like was like every video I want to see. She was doing
Yeah.
these beauty transformations. She's amazing. She's like an advocate for, people to be themselves and accept
Okay.
themselves. And wow, she kills it. And then the recipes, I'm constantly like favoriting
Yeah.
recipes and then like making a grocery list and
Yeah.
trying stuff
Tough. Okay.
to make. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Okay. Reddit. Do you use Reddit?
Yes, I am on Reddit. I've used it once or twice.
Snap,
Yeah. I'm now learning to use
yeah,
it. So, yeah.
Snapchat.
Snapchat, yes, I
Me
am on
too.
it. I just take pictures with filters and that's it.
Twitch,
Twitch, no, I'm not
right?
on
I
Twitch, but
know they
been,
have the best
yeah,
filters.
yeah. I have not signed up
Okay.
for Twitter, so no.
On average, how many messages do you receive a day? 1 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 10, over 10.
Uh, 1 to 5 messages on average.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
Um, Good, but not that good. If I had 10 messages a day, that would be better. But
On average, how many messages do you send a day? 1 to 2, 3 to 5, 6 to 10, over 10.
about for the day, I might send one, well, yeah, about the 5 up to 5 and under on average.
How does sending X number of messages make you feel?
Huh. Um, how does it make me feel sending messages? Well, it's based on what message I'm sending. So some messages are good, whereas others are nail biting.
Right.
So yeah.
Um, gotcha. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. I'm just grateful for you. Um, I would love to, since we have just a little bit more time,
Yeah.
well, I'm kind of changing. I want to have you go over my landing page and give me feedback, but I'm changing
Okay.
my landing page right now, so
Oh, yes.
maybe I shouldn't do that. But I would love to gift you a free 30-day trial of
Okay.
QUOKA. I have to set up a way for international people to use
Mm-hmm.
it,
Oh,
which is
okay.
on my list of things to do during this launch of this new landing page.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to do that. Um, is there anything that I can do to support your work in return for taking the time to chat with me?
Well, for now, I'm working, I'm still in production mode, so I have nothing to promote as yet. But it's just spreading the word that I'm out there first. I'm looking to get some podcast interviews for now. And about that, that's about it. Just if you know anybody that need help or want to talk, I'm free, free to
Okay,
bounce
I'm going to
ideas.
send you this amazing group on Facebook
Mhm,
that is literally, I sent it to Justin, who we both know,
mhm,
the Podcast Connect group.
mhm.
So let me send this to you. I'm going to send it to you here in the chat. For those of you guys that are tuning in, it is called
Just,
Podcast Guest Collaboration Community. It's a private group with over 20,000 members, and people just all day post this. I'm looking for guests for my podcast, and then also you can post your bio or whatever, and say like, "Hey, I'm looking
yeah,
to be on podcast," and then
yeah,
people will reach out to you.
yeah, yeah. And for me, I am not very good at the copywriting or the content writing, so I could also need somebody to just work with me until I can actually I work with me, not, I can't afford to pay because the prices they call, I understand the price and the services they provide, which I am willing to pay, but based on my budgetary refines, I can't. So I take help wherever I can get it. Like, for instance, in the group where you guys pointed out certain things to me, this is where I need help because working, like today, I actually working on something, and literally I spelt website wrong, and for the life of me it wasn't working, and I spent like a few minutes trying to figure out why, and then I had to literally go through, and then I just realized, oh, I put the B in the wrong place. And I
Yeah.
was like, what? You're staring at the word all the time, and it's like, really? I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, and I'm always happy to do that, to look over
Yeah,
and give you a second set of eyes.
yeah,
I can't tell
yeah,
you how many times I've gone to my own website, like with other people, and been like, oh my God, there's a spelling error
yeah,
on
yeah,
my own site.
yeah.
And it's been up for
And then,
months.
yeah, and then sometimes,
But
you
it's
just
like, okay.
up and then you leave it. And then it have the people who, they have some people who could literally come on your site and pick for the smallest of details and find that out. And you'll be like, really? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know.
No, I was to the point where I was paranoid. I was like, someone has my login to my website and is misspelling words on it to mess with me. 'Cause
Well,
I'm like,
they told me to try
I know how to
Grammarly.
spell.
Yeah. So I was put on to Grammarly.
What?
So Grammarly, that app
Yes,
that
girl.
spell
Mm-hmm.
checks everything. So now
Yeah,
I'm,
I use it.
yeah.
The
So now
thing
I'm,
is, it's kind of glitchy sometimes. Like, depending on what platform you're using it on, like it'll like block words and
oh, okay.
it's
That's
it's
fine.
hard to, I guess, I'm sure, keep the app updated as
Yeah.
the browser
But
gets updated and this and that.
and everything's going. And things are moving fast. I can't keep
Yeah.
up sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard.
Yep. Oh, well, I can't thank you enough, and
No
I hope you
problem.
have a good rest of your day. Thank you,
Yes, I will.
everyone, for tuning in to this interview with Natalie,
And
and
thanks
post
for having
comments,
me.
questions below. If you're a founder, take the survey and check
Yes,
out QUOKA
I
because
agree.
I'm building.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Natalie. I'll see you
Okay,
later.
bye. Okay, bye.